Welcome to the Let 'em Have It podcast.
I'm Melissa Anderson.
And I'm Amy Feick, and we're dishing real estate,
Real life.
unfiltered. Welcome to episode 2.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Melissa?
Talking all about AI. So in our business and how we use it in our personal life. We're going to kick it off with how we're using it in our business. So Amy, how are you currently using it in your business?
So I'm no expert, but I do use ChatGPT a lot, and it is very helpful. I use it in a wide range of things. I don't rely on it, but I almost use it to just enhance things. So for instance, I have a new listing. I want to optimize it. I'll write my listing description on my own, and then I take that, I throw it into ChatGPT, and I ask it to optimize for SEO. So I want it to add keywords and maybe some lifestyle notes. I don't know, some lifestyle things like what's around it to really try to pull in buyers that may be using AI to find their next house, right? So we want to talk about like what it's close to, shopping, restaurants, maybe big businesses, how close to downtown, the beach. That's kind of what we use rather than your standard like, hey, this house has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and a loft.
Yeah.
Come and check it out.
Yeah.
How about you?
Yeah, same thing. So I always like write my caption and then I will plug it into ChatGPT and I was like, hey, is this engaging enough? Can you make sure that there's keywords in there? So it kind of knows through my history, like what keywords I want to be found for, like who my ideal audience is. There are the keywords in there. And then I also have it help me because I typically forget, I'm like, help me with the call to action at the end.
Oh, yeah.
And then I used to have it help me with like hashtags, but I know with Instagram, like as of like a week ago or something, they're talking about how they're not really utilizing hashtags. They're not as important anymore on Instagram, that it's really about using SEO and keywords in your caption. So,
and that all changed when, I don't know if anyone noticed, but when you're Googling things, you will find a lot more Instagram and social media content, right?
Yeah, that's new. So now your Instagram posts are being indexed on Google. So that just goes to show like how important social media is for your business, like why you need to be using it because they're indexing those posts.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the keywords come in versus the hashtags. So if you didn't know, now you do.
Yeah, that's great. I'm glad you remember that. Yeah.
And what else? I was just going to talk about staging it. Yeah. So another way that I'm using AI in my business, it's super simple, but super effective, and it actually saves a ton of money. So when you have a vacant listing, we used to use some other some other companies, I don't think they're AI companies, but some other companies, and you would pay for each picture to get virtually staged. Mm-hmm. I don't have to do that anymore. So now I'm able to use ChatGPT even to just upload those pictures and give it very precise and direct information. Do not change anything else about this room, but can you please stage the room as a primary bedroom? Can you please stage this as a living room? And it produces really great staging.
Yes.
And it's completely, well, I pay $20 a month, but I'm pretty sure you get 5 pictures every month, maybe for free. And you didn't want to pay for it, but it is a super cost-effective way to stage your vacant listings. And you can play around with it, right? They'll give you kind of different renditions. Mm-hmm. So you have to be pretty precise on your prompts. And, you know, I was staging a vacant condo, and it had the couch one way and the TV behind it. Well, that doesn't really make sense. So, hey, I love everything about this, but can you please change the TV to a picture? Mm-hmm. And then easy as that, it will change it to a picture. So yeah, that's a super easy way to use ChatGPT. I know there's tons of other AI software, and we're still digging into it. We're still learning. I think that's the most important thing about being a realtor is you have to just keep learning. And some of the other ones that we're excited about, and we know other agents that are using them.
Well, I wanted to go back to the staging one because I used that recently for a listing, and I actually paid one of the well-known companies that we all used back in the day. And I wanted to do like a pool rendering because the backyard was massive. And I was like, hey, what would this look like with the pool? So that, you know, buyers could see like, hey, there's plenty of room for a pool. Like this is what it could look like. It was so bad. It was so bad. And I paid like almost $200 for it. And I was like, you know what? Let me just plug this. Amy was telling me, I remember like how she uses it. I was like, let me just plug this into ChatGPT. And I submitted the pictures, like how I kind of wanted it to look. And it was amazing. It was amazing. It looked so much better than what I had just paid almost $200 for. And it was relatively free, other than I paid for the pro account, which is $20 a month. But yeah, it was great.
I think you actually sent those to me blind and were like, pick your favorite.
Yeah.
And I definitely picked
The ChatGPT.
not the one that she paid for. So
Yeah.
pro tip, just, use ChatGPT to stage your listings. Or, I mean, this is really basic, but because we have these tools now, it really, there's just no excuse for like trash cans or anything crazy in your listing photos, because you can use Canva.
Yeah.
And what is it? The magic erase. And you just highlighted it and it just, poof, it's gone from your picture. So
Exactly.
I'm really detail oriented, and you'll never find a trash can in any of my listing photos. So you can easily edit that stuff. Now, I know some photographers don't love you editing their photos, but I don't think anyone would get mad at that. I hope not.
Yeah. And then too, I mean, if you have an empty listing, like it's completely empty, like it's, hey, like buyers want to know, like, what would this look like with this setup? So I think it's really helpful.
So we know that ChatGPT is probably one of the most popular ones, including like Gemini and probably Grok.
Yeah. Your husband uses that, right?
But we're going to kind of stick with ChatGPT because I feel like it's what most agents are using. And Melissa, you did something really cool with ChatGPT and your email. Can you tell us about that?
So you can link your ChatGPT, and I think there's new things that are coming on, like that you can link to. Two of them I know for sure is like your email, actually your calendar, your email, Gmail, and then Canva. And so you can also, I mean, it's kind of like using it for your own personal assistant. So I had it, once I connected it to my Gmail, I was like, go through, search my email for like the past year for anybody that I may have talked to about moving to this area, any potential buyers, and get their listed out like a spreadsheet with their name, like first and last name, any contact information, where they're moving from, what we talked about, any kind of personal information, like identifying information. And it pulled all of that, searched. It took a little bit, but it searched it all, put it in a spreadsheet. And that way I knew like I wasn't missing anybody. Like I didn't want anybody to fall through the cracks, because sometimes you'll have somebody reach out and then,
Yeah, you have one conversation and then nothing ever comes through, but you want to be that agent that tries to follow up and stay up with people or their timeline. Sometimes people reach out 18 months, 2 years, 3 years in advance, and there's not a lot for you to do right now, but you want to make sure that you're just available for them and they know that. So having that kind of monthly conversation or bi-monthly conversation with them. Is there a way for ChatGPT to pull out that information like on the go, like, or in real time almost? Like if someone were to email you today, could they flag it for you? Because sometimes,
I wouldn't see why not.
Yeah, because sometimes you get 100 emails a day, and then if you
probably have to set it up to like recognize any kind of keyword, so like moving to, or maybe just moving or something like that, and then you can say, hey, any kind of email that I have coming through that has that word, flag it or put it in a folder or something like that.
Yeah, luckily I haven't missed any emails yet, but every once in a while I get an email that comes across with, it's pretty cold, right? But they are a ready and willing and able buyer, but they're the topics, oh my gosh, what's
the subject line?
Yeah, the subject line feels very like they're trying to sell me something. Yeah. So if I don't click on it, my last one, oh my gosh, it was like realtor inquiry, or oh God, I wish I remember what he wrote in there, but I definitely thought it was
sounded spammy,
and it was
friend of legit.
Yeah, selling their house and they're buying something. Like, can you imagine? But sometimes on the weekend, if you don't check your email and you just come back with 300 emails to sort through, you might miss something. So try, if we can use ChatGPT, or I think Fixer AI is another one that helps audit your emails for you. But
acting like kind of a personal
Yeah,
assistant type
acting
thing.
more
Yeah.
like your personal assistant. So
And I'm not familiar on Fixer that much. I mean, there's so many different AI technology that you can utilize in your business. We were talking about this earlier, is that, you know, it is the way of the future, unfortunately. I mean, it's never going to take away from that personal contact and, you know, authenticity of building relationships. I think that's going to be so important. And you can kind of tell, like, you will be able to tell those agents who are really still in it and building those relationships
yeah.
compared to like some that are just all tech, like.
Yeah. I think we wanted to automate and simplify some of those busy tasks for us, but those real conversations and showing up on social media authentically, I feel like does better as yourself.
Yeah.
But we do have a lot of agents in our market using HeyGen, which is kind of an avatar-based AI to create social media videos. And I have to tell you, they have really come a long way. If we compare these 6 months ago videos to today, some of them I can't tell if they're AI or not.
Yeah.
And they're getting better and better every day. So,
And I'm still torn on these.
I know, me too.
I'm still torn on it because it's like, I feel like I can pick it up. Well, I know the people, and then like I'll see their videos like, okay, they're using AI, but the HeyGen, it's basically they're using your there's, I don't know, so many different avatars. So it doesn't even have to be yourself. You can use different avatars, but most of them, the agents that I know, they're using their own likeness, and you upload your pictures, and it just has them talk like they're just talking to the camera right now, but it's actually AI that's doing that for them, and they're able to like crank out
so much content, which helps them grow on social media, which helps with brand awareness. But my theory on it is I do feel like you need to take some time and build your brand first. And then once you are a trusted brand, it helps you reach a bigger audience. I don't know. What do you think about that theory? It's my own personal theory, so you don't have to agree with it.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I get it. I think so too. And maybe, who knows? Maybe I will check it out. I mean, it would be, because there's so many, I thought about doing it just because there's so, like, to talk about the different things that are happening within our area in Jacksonville. Like, all the new businesses are coming that have opened, or, you know, different headline things to keep people updated, especially if they're looking to relocate here. That would be helpful.
yeah.
And two, I mean, it comes across, they look really polished. They look really nice.
Yeah.
But I almost feel like there should be a disclaimer. You know, like, this video was made with AI. This is actually not me talking to you right now. I don't know. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I just feel like I think about the older generations and the younger generations, right? And it's such a blurred line of realness and what's truly real and what's not. I mean, these videos are harmless, they're informative, but when we talk about AI in other ways, I mean, sometimes people are watching videos and they don't know that it's not real, or someone's trying to get a quick, I'm specifically thinking about social media, some, you know, really reactive videos. And I don't like that. I think it's dangerous.
I think it is scary, especially when we think about older people, because they can take anybody's likeness and say, if you're trying to scam somebody, like, they could take you, for example, and then, you know, send it to a parent and like, hey, mom, like, I'm in trouble. Like, I need you to send me this much money, like, whatever. And, you know, people don't know. So,
yeah. And I think maybe that's just talk to your elderly parents or grandparents about having some kind of code word, or always calling you on your cell phone first if something like crazy like that happens. But
I just think that there needs to be a lot of discernment.
Yes. And there's no regulation on it, which we might be getting a little too far ahead of ourselves, but
you can use, I mean, I can add, I mean, we looked at it today, like, people are using like celebrities or like well-known people in their video. They're not getting permission to do that. They're just, their likeness is already out there and they're adding them to their videos. So what if somebody didn't know? They're like, oh, this person knows so-and-so. Like, it automatically gives them credibility. We're like, no, they just.
Yeah. And I think too, when shady brands use it, you know, they'll use someone popular and well known, or, you know, with a good reputation. I'm specifically thinking about like weight loss or
Oh, yeah.
skincare or like something like that. And they use their likeness, like you said, with no permission. And there's really no, I mean, unless you want to get the attorneys involved and you're, cease and desist, there's really nothing you can do about it, which is a little bit scary in our world today.
I actually got an email this past week from somebody that I follow, and he was like, this brand is using me, like using my likeness, and I want to let you know I am not endorsing this product.
I thought you were trying to tell me that somebody was using you. I was like, how have you not told me about this?
I'm not that popular. Nobody would care.
So it was somebody they wanted you to know, like, don't
Like, hey,
fall for this. Hey,
This brand is using me and
I guess
to
that's
promote
the
their
only
product.
way you could pretty much.
But how much product did these people sell based on that? So
On you. Yeah. So that's not fair.
what new, is there something that you haven't used yet that you're looking to use to incorporate into your business?
I definitely think I'm thinking more about Fixer. I know our company at EXP has that as an agent tool in our toolbox, and I really just haven't dove into it yet. So hopefully I'll have an update and I'll be able to kind of dive into that a little bit and see what it's about and see if it can help my business. But I feel like there's no reason now to be spending so much time like creating slide decks or, even relocation guides, or even there's, Lovable, that creates like little landing pages for you, or you could do some lead capture. And these are all very like low budget tools that you can use as an agent to try to drive some business to you.
Yeah, you were telling me too, like from the EXP Con, our big conference that we just had, they released like a bunch of like different tools, AI tools that you can use in your business. One, let me just pull it up here. Yeah, the one that I want to check out is called Designrr. So it's design and then RR. And how I want to use that is you can use it for ebooks or presentations. And I want to use it. So you have to have the content from what I understand, but I do. But I've just taken like my relocation guide, like just to make it pretty and presentable and easily readable, and plug that information in there and have it create and like organize my relocation guide.
Ooh, I wonder, does it add, not the fluff, but like the pretty?
Yes,
It adds the pretty?
Yes.
Oh, that's what I struggle. I don't have, I have more of an analytical brain than like a designer brain, which is funny since I married a designer, but he doesn't have the time. But I get so overwhelmed with like making it look pretty.
Yep. It adds the pictures on there and the little boxes and the colors and like almost a magazine. It looks, from what I've seen, it looks amazing. And I want to definitely, that's on my list to check out sooner rather than later.
That sounds very interesting and very helpful, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, we talked about we weren't going to do a deep dive, go into the nitty gritty of how to use these, but we just kind of wanted to go over like how you can use this in your business now, like things that you can incorporate and why it's important. I know so many people are kind of torn on the use of AI and it's so bad, but it is the way of the future. And I just feel like as agents, you kind of have to stay up with the time, because if you're not using some kind of AI in your business, you're just going to get left behind, because it makes you more efficient.
I think that's what we have to focus on, the efficiency of it. And it's not going to replace you, right? No one's going to go do your showings for you or meet with sellers or have those hard conversations, right? A lot of my sellers this year have sold their house for not happy reasons. So having, no one's going to replace that empathy that you have as an agent, but it will make you more efficient, and maybe it actually makes your life a little bit easier, so you can go and enjoy doing different things.
It gives you time freedom, like more time to spend with your family, or more balance of life, like balance in your life. And it's never going to replace those relationships that you're building with your community. So we have to just remember that. So we hope you found this helpful. Amy, what are we talking about in episode number 3?
So in episode 3, we are going to talk about appraisals, all things appraisals. So maybe share some stories with you and just talk about how this affects your deal.
Yeah, we've got some really interesting stories for you. And I know that appraisals doesn't sound very exciting, but you'll want to stay tuned. So if If you stayed through this whole thing, we really appreciate it. Thank you for watching episode 2 of the Let 'em Have It podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. And if you want to comment on your favorite AI tool, we'd love to hear what you have to say.
Yes, please share with us so we can check it out.
We love to learn too. All right. Have a great one.
Yep. Until next time.